Beyond the Brooklyn girl's signature invitation, "Why don't you come up sometime and see me?" Perhaps Mae West's other most well known line was uttered in the 1932 film Night After Night to a hat check girl who gushes, "Goodness, what beautiful diamonds." West replied, "Goodness had nothing to do with it, dearie." Regarding jewels, I never worry about diets. The only carats that interest me are the number of carats in a diamond, West would say. Mae West modeled her character and style on the 1880s Broadway star Lillian Russell. She wore a corset to cinch her waist, pushed up her bosom, and almost single handedly brought back the fashions of the Gilded Age near the tail end of the sleek Art Deco era. Her dresses show the classic wasp waist of the Belle Epoque. She forbade photographs of her legs and feet. She engaged in early airbrushing and photo manipulation that Queen Victoria had also favored. Immensely popular at home and abroad, French critics proclaimed West's acting had surpassed that of Greta Garbo and Marlene Dietrich. The celebrated Parisian designer Elsa Schiaparelli used West's hourglass figure as the inspiration for the bottle of her perfume called Shocking. By 1935, West was one of the highest paid women in America. She wrote in her autobiography, "With this kind of income, I was even paying for my own jewels, sometimes." People have cited the fact that Mae West had mirrors on the ceiling of her bedroom as indicative that she engaged in other work as well. Mae West collected jewelry in any number of styles, combining frilly diamond necklaces of the Gilded Age with wide geometric diamond bracelets of the 1920s and all kinds of big diamond rings. She had enough clout to receive total artistic control over her career. She wrote the screenplays for 13 of her films, often had a say as to her co stars and directors, and ultimately became the highest paid star in Hollywood. She was also largely responsible for saving Paramount Studios from bankruptcy in the 1930s due to the draw of her films. In 1940, her name was entered in the American English Dictionary. Her character was based on the perpetuation of her sexual image and her ability to write comic lines with double entendres that drove the censors crazy but were clever enough to get around the Hays Code. This was when American Beauty, more often than not, had brains. She often paid for and kept most of her wardrobe, and because of that fact, she took particularly good care of it, and it has surfaced for auction in the past few decades. She often stated her clothes should be tight enough to show she was a woman and yet loose enough to show she was a lady. Her clothes, extremely tall headdresses, and her 9.5-inch custom platform shoes were creatively constructed to compensate for her full-figured 5-foot frame. While her lifestyle and the diamonds may sound decadent, and it was, West proved to be dedicated to various causes. When World War II broke out, she sold a large portion of her jewelry for the war cause. Her largest diamonds were used in drill bits, and she replaced diamonds she sold with glass, in an effort she called Jewels for Defense. It was rumored that the beneficiary of her sale was Britain's Royal Air Force. The flight crew had named their shapely inflatable life vests Mae Wests. During the 1950s, West had a celebrated nightclub act in Vegas and released several albums. She hung out with Truman Capote, which you can learn about on this channel. Her Vegas chorus line was filled with a cast of muscle men that included Joe Gold, who went on to found Gold's Gym, Mariska Hargitay's father Mickey, who was a Mr. Universe, and a wrestler named Charles Krauser. 30 years West's junior, but also from a German migrant background like West herself, Krauser became totally smitten with the star. He pursued her relentlessly until she finally gave in to his advances. A devoted companion, Krauser once said, "I believe I was put on this earth to take care of Mae West." The couple remained together until she died at age 87 in 1980. Krauser seems to have never sold a single piece of her jewelry. After she had passed away and Krauser died in 1999, the collection of Mae West costumes, eyelashes, purses, wigs, jewelry, and corsets were purchased from John West, Mae West's nephew, and Tim Malachowski, her personal secretary. So, what happened to all of these diamonds? Well, Neil Lane, who was very much moved by West's story, purchased her extra wide diamond Art Deco bracelet with French hallmarks for his archive collection. While the piece is not for sale, Lane loans it to stars. Madonna wore the jewel in her 2006 Hollywood video. Catherine Zeta-Jones sported it in her 2002 Oscar-winning role as the vixen Velma Kelly in Chicago. In the 2000s, a necklace, monogrammed watch, and Art Deco bracelet came up for sale in a private jewelry shop. Men are my career, diamonds are my life, Mae said. She loved the stones so much she gambled her entire career on them in Diamond Lil. Diamond Lil is a 1928 play by Mae West about an 1890s Bowery hostess. Prior to Diamond Lil, West had written a number of plays that were closed down due to either poor ticket sales or censorship issues. Diamond Lil was her first major Broadway success and was the basis for her character Lady Lou in her 1933 film She Done Him Wrong. Both West and the play were the final performers at the Nixon Theater in Pittsburgh, before the theater was closed for skyscraper development in 1950 in an ongoing show of the destruction of traditional American architecture for globalist skyscapes. By 1928, West had an extensive real diamond collection, and analysts say she pawned it all to launch her play. I had never before seen a human being place 100% bet on herself, said one acquaintance, summing up West's entire career. Diamond Lil ran in Brooklyn, transferred to Broadway, went on national tour. Paramount pounced, buying Diamond Lil for West's first starring role, although they changed the title to She Done Him Wrong due to the play's notoriety. West was making $5,000 a week with Paramount, and such was Paramount's eagerness to please West that she was allowed to choose her own leading man. She picked Cary Grant, giving him a huge jumpstart in his career. Why don't you come up sometime and see me? When I'm bad, I'm better. I used to be Snow White, but I drifted. Mae said all of these, but not, is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Now some of her jewels belong to Austin jeweler and master gemologist appraiser Kirk Root, who can lay claim to ownership of the world's largest private collection of Mae West diamond jewelry. He purchased 3 pieces at the fine jewelry auction of Butterfield's late in 2000 in Los Angeles. He purchased a diamond watch circa 1920, a platinum bracelet set with a 1.95 carat round center diamond and 7 carats of side diamonds circa 1930, and a platinum necklace set with diamonds and foil-back diamond simulants. 8 remaining diamond pieces were sold to separate individuals. It seems West, or someone, took the jewels off her pieces. Was this something West did to cover her expenses later in life? A recent auction of 3 West items included a collection of paste diamond jewelry consisting of an elaborate diamond tiara, a jewelry suite consisting of an elaborate paste diamond necklace mounted with 66 paste emeralds and a matching pair of clip earrings, a narrow Art Deco paste diamond bracelet, a paste diamond necklace set with an extremely large diamond pendulum, an Art Nouveau bracelet of paste diamonds, and set with extremely large rectangular paste diamonds and emeralds. At auction, we also see diamond cuffs from Diamond Lil and a tiara. It seems that these pieces are all that remain of Mae West's once legendary collection.